Gotta make sure everything's all good. All right, welcome back, everybody, to SWOSU Esports. Should have cleared my throat before I started the stream. But yeah, we've got Rocket League tonight, and we don't actually have a double. Well, okay, they have a double game. I have a single game to cast. They actually have two games tonight. We've got SWOSU versus NMSU Pete's. I couldn't tell you what that is, I'll be honest, but interesting name nevertheless. And then after this at 8:30, they have another match against SNU, which was a reschedule, I believe. I'm pretty sure I went to cast that one and then it got rescheduled as I was going to cast it, but that is for GAC, and we prioritize NECC. So that one, unfortunately, will not be streamed. I don't think they're streaming it themselves, so I'm wishing them good luck. I will not be there, but wish them good luck. But yeah, we've got some Rocket League tonight, and maybe you'll be proud of me, I actually watched some professional Rocket League the other night. I know. Pretty crazy. Yeah, NMSU. That's hard to say as well. Goodness. Why did Clicks make his name even longer? I don't know. I've been having a good day, though. Today's been nice, but yeah. I decided to, well, I was watching YouTube Shorts later at night, as you do. Two-hour delay on my sleep or something like that. And a Rocket League short popped up. I was like, you know what, I'll watch it. And it was like, the craziest goals from these seasons, whatever. And I was watching them. I was like, oh, this is cool. But the thing that I was enamored by was the actual casting of Rocket League professionally. It's incredible. The casters are so sick. The overtime is crazy. Have I learned anything? Probably not. I learned that they say there's like half field and quarter field and tapping and all this stuff. Not 100% sure, but I watched quite a few clips. Maybe like, I don't know, 20 total minutes of stuff. I learned that Zen is apparently just a GOAT. And then there's another, oh, that's really unlucky for Drew. It's going to be first point on the board for NMSU. I am going to mess that up very, very, very many times. So, what do I want to call them? What is NMSU? Let me look this up real quick. I just get told the names. I don't get told what they mean. New Mexico State University. All right, so we're going to go with New Mexico then. I'm going to forget that, but we're going to go with New Mexico. So we've got Southwestern Oklahoma State University and New Mexico State University Pete's. Right. Yeah, I watched a couple of clips. I learned at least who Zen was, and then there was another guy who had a 9 in his name, I think, that seemed pretty good. There was like an R and a 9. That's all I remember. But Applebee's Bandit going to make it happen, though. Let me get back to the actual game that we're looking at. So SWOSU getting it tied up pretty early on. And something that I've always touched on watching SWOSU play Rocket League, at least, is they're kind of a momentum team. Or maybe not like a momentum team, but sometimes they have like rough starts, but they manage to bring it back. Like they might not really get something going the first game or two, but they always manage to get it back. Unless, of course, they get reverse swept, but doesn't happen super often, but not a great start. I will say there's a lot of scoring going on, but Papa Snail going to find another one for New Mexico. Drew tried blocking it, but he was just a little bit too late. So he's got the Season 18 Grand Champion. Minus 1,000 aura. Yeah, that seems like a Rocket League title. So SWOSU, 1-point deficit here. 4 minutes left on the clock. You know, it's really cold outside, and I get inside, and all of a sudden it's super warm. Crazy how that works. You know what? Maybe between games I'll take my hoodie off. I don't feel like doing it right now. So it's going to be like a 30-second ordeal, and I'm going to come back, and SWOSU's going to have like 16 points. I didn't get to say anything about any of them. But yeah, this will be the last thing that gets casted this week. There will be a League of Legends stream tomorrow. Everybody tune into Rec. Or if you want to right now, tune into his stream. He's doing a stream for scrims. League team is currently undefeated, which is pretty sick. I think they're actually, ironically enough, our best performing team so far, which is funny because it was kind of made on a whim. We joked around about having a League team. They're like, well, we're not going to have Valorant, so why don't we have League? And I'm technically the 6th man on that team, but there we go. Drew going to find a point for SWOSU. I keep going to mark these down, but I don't mark them down until the end. Should probably just drop the pen. But yeah, a lot of scoring going on here. SWOSU evening it up through Drew, my namesake. So once again, evened up on the tally for the score. Just under 2 minutes in. I don't know, maybe I need to give this... Let me try to read Click's full name. Apparently, Clixatira Tau Munitoski. I feel like that's gotta mean something. There's surely something behind that. That is definitely not his name, by the way. Unless, if that's his name, that's the coolest name I've ever seen. Drew gonna try to get something going, but it can't quite manage. Now Clix wants to pick up the pace. Applebee's Bandit trying to get something done as well, but Papa Snail will end up with the ball in his hand. Gonna try to drag it from one side of the field to the other, but can't quite find anything going for him. Now a quick reset. SWOSU in control of the ball. Applebee's Bandit trying to get something happening, but Papa Snail will stop that in its tracks. A nice shot, a nice angle from him. Unfortunately didn't find it. Osuka trying to find an angle, but gets spiked up into the air. And I learned, like, boost management is a big thing. I mean, I kind of knew that, but I don't necessarily know how the casters know if they have boost or not. But in all fairness, usually they watch, like if I really wanted to, I could watch these people. He's got 40. He's got boost. All right. Let's see, what is Ramen? Ramen is 6. Osuka looking for something, but Drew's not going to allow that to happen. Yeah, this is just a lot harder than just having it auto-do, to be honest. But it gives you perspective, you know. I don't know. I've had a really good day. I really haven't done a whole lot. I woke up. I got to sleep in because I didn't have class today. And it was nice and gloomy outside. I watched the last matches of the group stages of Master Santiago for Valorant. And both the teams that I wanted to win won, which was nice. 1 minute remaining on the clock. An angle was taken by New Mexico, but was not found. Clix is just going to keep that out of the goal. Still even on the score count. Clix just looking to set something up. Gets past one defender, but Osuka will not let it happen. Papa Snail now with the ball, but Drew will tap that out. Very nicely done by him and Applebee's Bandit just playing this defense. It's working wonders right now. Clix is going to keep the ball off the side of SWOSU's turf. We go 30 seconds. Evened up scoreline. Will we get an overtime in the first match? SWOSU going to have to be careful of this one. Drew just going to make sure that's not a reality. Now SWOSU maybe a chance here. Maybe an angle trying to find it. Clix is going to go for it, but it will be blocked. I will say the defense from both sides has been looking pretty solid so far. Assuming that Ramen doesn't get anything done here, we should be going to overtime in this first match. And that will be overtime. So 2-2, first person to score. Let's see how long this takes. See what we got going on. Ooh, Osuka going to be a casualty. I'm eating these barbecue chips. These, what are these? Sweet and tangy barbecue Doritos. And I'm pretty sure that they're, like, mega stale. Because the first couple that I had just were, like, very, very, like, hard to chew and had zero flavor. An interesting angle taken, but Clix will not let that happen. I also find it pretty cool that a lot of, like, players have... I mean, it's the same thing in CS. It's technically the same thing in Valorant, but it's not as big of a thing. But players have, like, signature things. So in CS and stuff, like, players will have, like, spots. Like, Kickley, for instance. Hold on. Ah, Click's going for it, but can't quite find it. But, like, Kickley was, like, a cheater. Like, he got banned for cheating, I think. Or no, it wasn't Kickley. It was Forsaken. But Kickley had a thing where he jumped up and got an op no-scope on a bomb planter, and that spot is always called Kickley now. Or Kukli, or however you pronounce his name. But as far as I've learned, Rocket League has, like, signature shots by players, because you can kind of workshop shots in this game, as far as I know. Like a practice mode, practice tool. So people have signature shots, but that's going to be Ramen scoring for New Mexico, and that's going to be the first game going to New Mexico. An overtime endeavor, 3-2 over SWOSU. Yeah, I don't think I'll be eating the rest of these chips. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. They're kind of hard to eat. I'm trying not to make that super loud on the mic. Got myself a Sprite. There's literally nobody in the arena right now. I gather that on Rocket League days, people just don't come to the arena because I think the Rocket League boys just play from their homes, so I have to go through the wellness and everything. And I keep kind of not realizing that. I've noticed a pattern now, and I'll definitely remember it for the future. That's like the game's at 7:30, and I got here at 7 just in case we had like an update or something. And I realized the door was shut, and I was like, "Ah, man." And the door was shut from the inside too, which kind of scared me, but didn't really matter. Did not matter at all. It was unlocked at least, so got everything set up and everything. So next match should start in a couple of seconds. Clicks with the fewest goals scored and the highest points. It's beautiful. Everything should be good. All right, so we're going to go into this game number 2 potentially. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe not. Hopefully. Good. I guess both teams have to fully be good. All right, here we go, I think. Yeah, there we go. All right, so game number 2. And I'll point out, since I'm a massive hater of it, the score is gone from the top. Would you look at that? Doesn't work anyway. But New Mexico currently up 1-0 over SWOSU. Early days for the series. It is a best of 7, so first of 4. See if SWOSU can get back into this one. You must be able to have like special characters in your name, because Drew has like the cross and everything. Applebee's Bandit going to go for a shot, but it will go wide just a little bit. Defender a little late to the party, but Drew's there to help, and he can't quite get it as well. A series of unfortunate events. Looks like he wants to try again by himself. Going to knock the car out of the way, but Ramen will be there to block it. Now it's all on the clicks. See what he can get done. Unfortunately, cannot, and that's going to be a score for Asuka. Unable to defend that one. Let's see. Oh, it went straight up. That's kind of hard. That's kind of rough to block. So New Mexico starting off a little hot in this game. But plenty of time for SWOSU to bring this one back. Plenty of time. I don't know why I'm yawning now. Not super tired. Not too sure. Ramen going to try to get something going, but Clicks will be having absolutely none of that. Knock it straight out of the goal. Should I start commentating like one of the, it's at half field, Applebee's with the tap. I'm not going to act like I know what I'm talking about. I'll do that in games I know. But pretty passive play right now. Click's looking for an angle, but gets spiked off the roof a little bit. Can't quite find it. Papa Snail trying to get it. Click's just going to be there. Again, ever present. Once again, Papa Snail's just going to go back for a third try, and third try, he will find it. Try once, don't succeed, try and try again. And that's going to be 2 points on the board for New Mexico. little under halfway through this game, so SWOSU need to come up with something pretty quickly here. Got to get back into this one. I do like Papa Snail's car. I like the super yellow. Can I look at him real quick? Look at this. Look at this goofy car. I like the wheels. Goofy little car. And once again, another score from the side of New Mexico. Suka with the Falcons car. This lead going higher and higher. SWOSU kind of need to figure something out in this one. I remember when I started casting Rocket League, I used to really, really pay attention to the mile per hour of like the speed of the ball when it went in. I'd give like these fake MVP awards in my eyes to people who hit it the farthest and fastest. I have been slacking in that department. Looks like we had Drew Cam there for a second. Keep that out of the goal. Keep it out of the straight line. And Click's looking for something, setting up Drew, but he won't be able to find it. Ramen going to be there with the tap away. And now Ramen with the ball himself. Applebee's Bandit going to deny him that one. Go back and forth and back and forth. Osuka passing it out to Ramen. But no follow through. New Mexico looking to play more defensive than offensive now. They've got a 3-point lead. They might as well keep it in their eyes. And Ramen actually just disregarding everything that I just said, tries to get something going, but the angle's not there. Drew passes it to Clicks, and Clicks looking for an angle, but it's going to be barely off. Drew trying to just get something done here. Trying to get a point on the board for SWOSU, but it hasn't happened quite just yet. But that mark my words, they're going to find a way. Clicks finally getting something on the board for SWOSU. The slow roll just sending it a little bit over the defender. SWOSU finally on the board. Gonna need a couple more of those. I also like Applebee's Bandit's car. Look at this. Wow. Yeah, look at all the little cats. That's cute. That's cool. I need a car tier list. I'm sure that's a thing. I'm pretty sure the cars do different things in this game. Not purely cosmetic. I think you get to choose like a type of car, and then the skins are the cosmetic portion, I believe. That sounds about right. I'm not sure. Oh, that's unlucky. Click's not able to just get that one out. Papa Snail gonna find it. Are those corn? Wait. Those. Oh, it's a sunflower. I am the cricket. What does that mean? What does that mean? 1 minute left in this game, too. SWOSU in a pretty big deficit. Applebee's Bandit going to find, well, okay, never mind. It said something different. Click's going to find another score. That's really nice to find, actually. What happened in the chat? Like 3 people died. I don't really know. SWOSU, though, up to 2 points. Going to need to find 2 more quick points where those came from. And Drew, I mean, they're coming back now. I was pretty worried, but they're bringing it back. It's within 1. If they can score 1 more, then this would, at bare minimum, be an overtime. SWOSU got to push for that. 67 miles an hour. Shout out to Thomas. I know what he'd be saying. This game's so funny. The idea of this game is so funny. Oh, the ball wobbling a little bit. It's either that or just the view model issues. Drew gathering the ball for himself. Why am I inside the ball? Yo, auto cam, we gotta lock in. Clicks just keeping this in parity. Gonna pass it over to Drew. Drew gonna pass it back to Clicks, but can't quite find it. This duo that's been so detrimental. Not detrimental. That's the wrong word. Okay, well, I can't think of the word. Very, very good for SWOSU. Couple of seconds left, and the second that it hits the ground, SWOSU cannot afford to let it hit the ground. Got to find the score where they can. Click's just trying to keep it in the air for the time being, but it will touch the ground. And New Mexico barely keeping that lead in the second game. But They will win it out. 4-3. So also gonna have to dig pretty deep here. I said that they start off slow to series, but that doesn't mean I want them to necessarily. But you know what? I believe in them. I believe in them. Do believe in them. Applebee's Bandit off to a uncharacteristic slow start here, but I know he's gonna bounce back. Gonna have one of those games, you know. He's got the funny name. At this point, Drew's name is the only one that's actually semi-normal, because Clix's name is 600 letters long. Applebee's Bandit's out for blood, though. Here he goes, a chance for the man to get something done. Going to be a little bit off angle-wise, but it's going to get passed back to him, but it gets interrupted and intercepted by Papa Snail. And if you had no idea what I was talking about and didn't realize I was casting Rocket League with gamer tags, this would be the funniest commentary of all time. Drew's going to pass it to apparently Clixatira, whatever, all of that. Oh, but Papa Snail with the intercept. Accidentally passes it to Applebee's Bandit, but Osuka's going to block it. Clix is going to grab it again. Maybe another angle, but Drew gets blocked. And Applebee's Bandit going to have to play some defense, but he gets knocked out of the way, and Ramen going to find another first score. This time exactly a minute into the game, and New Mexico are on the board early in this one. The Hatsune Miku player card goes kind of hard. Got everybody with their team cars. You've got the Falcons car. You've got the Gentlemates car. You just got the ones that look goofy. I feel like the team cars are kind of boring compared to a lot of the other cars. Osuka trying to get something done, but it's going to be a little unlucky from his side. Gonna hit the bar. Keep yawning. My goodness. Oh my goodness. What is this saying about yawning? Is it yawning or sneezing? Someone's thinking about you. Or if it's sneezing, someone's been obsessed with me recently. I sneeze 80 times. That's not an exaggeration, by the way. That's going to be a little back tip from Papa Snail. Going to find another goal. The side of New Mexico. I like the angle he took. I can't lie. But just the yellow car, the lemon car, if you will. So also gonna have to get on the board here. Worry me just a little bit. Okay, I'll take it back. The Falcons car looks nice, but Osuka is gonna use it to his advantage. He's going to get another score, so 3-0 the lead for the side of New Mexico in this Game 3. And so also just kind of having a hard time getting into this one. The squishy saver himself. Or herself. Who knows? I can't tell if I'm hearing the boost or the cars, or if it genuinely just sounds like there are a bunch of cats meowing in the background. Maybe I'm crazy. Applebee's Bandit really harping on this one, trying to get it to go. And Clix will finally find it, the angle he needed. So SWOSU are on the board here. Halfway through this third game. Need a couple more where that came from. 70 miles an hour, that's currently the highest that I have paid attention to. See what they can get done. Applebee's, Bandit, and Drew. The offensive starting here. Clicks to Drew, and it goes a little bit wide. Gotta pick up the pace here a little bit. I do think it's interesting, like, watching this game, it genuinely doesn't look that difficult. But playing this game is a completely different thing. This is one of the more difficult things mechanics-wise, I believe, as far as esports titles go. I mean, a lot of them are difficult, but Rocket League, I feel, is notoriously difficult. I watched a 1v1 set between two of the, I'm assuming it was Zen and some other dude, two of the best players in the world. And the amount of, like, wide open shots that they missed was just crazy. 'Cause that's, like, the highest level of gameplay you can get. So it goes to show how difficult this game actually is. You don't see super high scoring games. I see, like, very low single digits in most of the games. I mean, there was a game that was 2-2 and it went to like a 15 to 17 minute overtime. Ended 3-2. You don't see games, at least professional games, you don't see them going super high. Maybe like your ranked games or whatever. But I don't think I've ever seen even double digits, to be honest. Nice block from Clicks. Not allowing that. And there's no defender here to block this, but the goal, it's okay, there we go. Drew gonna find one from one end to the other. Goal not blocking him that time. That was almost really close, but Drew was there kind of for the follow-up anyway. Follows up on his own shots. SWOSU within one. "30 seconds left in this game." Suka trying to make something happen, but can't quite find the angle. Now SWOSU with the ball. Looking to make something happen here. Just needs one more. Clicks is going to get taken out, though. The ball possession will be relinquished to the side of New Mexico. What a fun word, relinquished. All right, can't touch the ground. SWOSU going to have to score here, and that's just going to be another score from the side of New Mexico, and that'll be the end of this game 3. Four to 2. Goodness. SWOSU really going to have to dig in deep here. They were going to have to perform a reverse sweep. It's rough. Will we get some words out of Kobe? All right, well, we go to a game 4. And if SWOSU don't win this one, then they lose. That's crazy. Not the greatest showing from them, I cannot lie, but it happens. I don't want the director. What does the director cam even do? Is this a better view? I mean, I'd like to see, you know, our team. This is interesting. Maybe I'll keep it like this for a second. See what happens. I'll try this out for the last game and see what it's like. So Ramen with the ball. Gonna get passed over to Clicks, Papa Snail, all these people. And you know, it doesn't really do it justice though, to be honest. I think I like the auto cam more. I can see the first person point of view and all the boost stuff, but it's kind of hard. It's not great, to be honest. It doesn't really give you like a great view of who has control of stuff. That sounds like a cat. It absolutely sounds like a cat. trying to listen in and see what it is. I don't know. Probably something with the cars, if I had to guess, considering the game is based around cars. Drew and Ramen having a very intimate moment there. A minute 30 off this clock. More of a stalemate game. This last one is, well, potential last one, not last one. Just a bunch of neutral teams trying to get something done. Applebee's Bandit trying to self-pass to himself. What a lovely statement. Self-pass to himself. Self-pass to himself today, by himself, with himself. 2 minutes off the clock. Get a goal. Get a first goal this series. I want to see this. I know you guys can do it. Ah, nice try by Clicks. Actually, it does work out in his favor, though. That ball, if I was on New Mexico, I'd probably be mad about that. That's a tilter for sure. But we're still even here for score halfway through this game. Will this be one of those ever-elusive 0-0 overtimes? Imagine that was the reverse sweep. It's 0-0, SWOSU score 1 in overtime, win this game, and then they go on to win the rest of the series convincingly. A beautiful start, but Applebee's Bandit finally getting himself on the board this series. Has been more of a defensive player, taking a lot of shots, but couldn't quite find them until now, and a great time to do it. SWOSU getting on the board first for the first time in the series. They look like sunflowers, but I think they're like knobs of corn, or whatever they're called, like rings of corn. And almost had another score from the side of SWOSU, but Ramen will be there to temper for now. Surely it rains tonight, right? Surely. Let's look. Well, it doesn't say it's supposed to rain tonight, but then tomorrow and Friday it's supposed to rain. I don't know. The weather in Oklahoma really isn't real. It's just like you wake up and a dial gets spun, and it chooses like one of 15 random events to happen. That shouldn't have been one of them, but Ramen going to even up the score from the side of New Mexico. It's like, oh yeah, it's winter. Also, by the way, I found out this is the second hottest summer, or second hottest winter in Oklahoma history, which is crazy because we had like an 85 day, and then we had like a week of no school because we had ice everywhere and snow. It really is, it's not even bipolar. It's like quad polar at this point. It's not hot or cold. It's like sometimes it's really hot and humid. Sometimes it's really cold and snowy and icy. Sometimes it's like today where it's like it's gonna rain maybe. It feels like a nice, cool. Nice try from Applebee's Bandit. Equally nice block from Ramen. It's like it's gonna rain. We kind of think so. It's gloomy outside. Kind of feels like I'm living in Silent Hill for a little bit, and then it never happens. And then you've got the days where it's like just a good weather, and then really windy. Like especially in Weatherford. My goodness, I come from Ponca, and like we have like crazy weather or whatever, but we don't really. In Weatherford, it's like every other day could be like a windstorm in any other place. It's so unbelievably windy here. It's not like a problem. It's just I've noticed. It's definitely something that happens. Like when it was hot, there's a bunch of wind, just hot and windy and dry, so fires are definitely an issue. But then when it's like kind of like outside today, it's not even that cold. Oh, Applebee's Bandit really trying to get it, but can't quite find it. Like it's 50 outside, but it's windy, so it's a cold 50. Like a really cold 50. Applebee's Bandit once again just getting blocked by Asuka. He's finding a lot of great shot selection, but can't quite find the goal itself, and we're 1-1 right now. If a goal isn't scored here, then we're going to go to overtime. It touched the floor, so now we go to a 1-1 overtime, potentially for the series, depending on whether or not SWOSU can lock this one in. And lock in they need to do. Down 0-3 in this series. Good potential to win this. This will be the second overtime they've gone into. Drew finding the angle, and there we go. SWOSU get a game on the board. The reverse sweep begins right now. I have faith. All right, so we will be needing a game 5. That is what I like to see. Applebee's Bandit finding himself a goal. I said it was going to happen, and it happened. You see all the shots taken. I mean, Ramen, I will definitely give it to New Mexico. Their defense has been pretty solid. You see Drew, Applebee's Bandit both taking 5 shots. I mean, they've taken 12 shots, and 9 of them got blocked. That says a decent amount about your defense. Not taking quite as many shots from New Mexico, but I don't know. Different teams, different styles, different everything. But hopefully not a different outcome in games. Looking for SWOSU to lock this one in. So, 3-1 New Mexico currently, first to 4. And everybody's blowing up off the rip. Oh, clicks with an angle, though. Wide open for Applebee's Bandit. There he goes. I talked about this guy before. Needs a second. But he heats up, and he's going. SWOSU getting a goal on the board 8 seconds into this 5th game. I almost said 9th game. That's not even a possibility. Now SWOSU gonna, unfortunately, Papa Snail will thread the defense. The score gets evened up pretty quickly. Plenty of time to play, though. I see he's got like a little Venom player tag. That's kind of cool. It's the wrong game, but it's pretty neat. Those are definitely things of corn. Corn rounds, or whatever you want to call them. That was a quick shot, but Clicks is actually going to make it. Thank you to, who was that? Who on their team was that? Thank you, Papa Snail. Thank you. So SWOSU back up in the lead. This has been a very eventful game 5. More eventful than the last one, at least. Wide open goal, though, but Drew's going to keep the ball out of play before it even gets a chance to do anything. And now Click's going to have to do the same thing. Trying to keep away from the straightaway, but Drew maybe not able to get there quite fast enough, and Osuka 13-14 is going to score again, once again evening up the score. Four goals in 43 seconds. That's what I like to see. So I noticed if you like hit it off the ceiling, you can make it go really, really fast. I don't know. Maybe I should get... I have somebody in my friend group who used to really play Rocket League a lot. I don't necessarily know how good they were. If you gave me a rank, I probably wouldn't know if it was good or not. But I know he played it quite a bit on console. I mean, you'd want to play this on controller, I would assume. I looked this up, I think, last time. Keyboard and mouse really isn't the greatest for this game. It's kind of interesting, but that makes sense. I'd rather play racing games with a controller than keyboard and mouse, to be honest. Honestly, I thought about investing money into a racing sim, or like a wheel and like pedals and like a shifter and everything for a long time. I just don't know where I would put it. But I used to play Burnout Paradise a long time ago, and then I played Forza, and then I got Assetto Corsa, but I realized that it's not quite what I'm looking for unless I had a sim set up. So, and obviously those are like racing games, and this is not a racing game. Unless there's a racing game mode in it, but I doubt there is. Yeah, still an evened up scoreline. And Applebee's Bandit actually with maybe, there's a guy back there. I was about to say, might have an open field here to do something with, but unfortunately does not. The ball going back and forth right now. Papa Snail actually looking for something, but it will be blocked by Applebee's Bandit. God, that's hard to say quick. Oh, and that's going to be a shot from Osuka, gathering the lead for New Mexico. Wonder what the highest individual score has ever been. I want to say the highest I've seen is like 700 maybe. My sample size is not massive, and I don't remember a lot of it, but... Oh, nice try from Clicks, trying to get it like a little double bounce, double tap thing. Unable to find it, but Drew's setting Applebee's Bandit up, but Papa Snail and Ramen are both there, but Click's going to find another angle. Maybe back to Drew? Nah, he's got to play some defense, and there he goes. Stopping the acceleration, the kinetic energy, if you will. I guess it's potential energy, and then it goes to kinetic energy, but... yeah, that's potentially not great for us. Papa Snail going to grab another score from the side of New Mexico. Scoring all the way from New Mexico. Wow. Must have a really powerful car. Scoring all the way over here in Oklahoma. But yeah, SWOSU once again finding themselves in a deficit, double their points. Gonna have to get something going here. Applebee's Bandit with a nice patience on that. Keep it out of their goal. And actually, two defenders. There was a chance for a second. I saw it. I saw the angle. Clicks maybe trying to go for the ball instead of the defender there. Unable to find that one. About a minute and a half left on the clock, though. So let's see what we can get done here. SWOSU are gonna have to find some goals here pretty quickly, or at least in quick succession if they wait too long. Yeah, I'm not sure what that noise is. Not 100p sure. Click's trying to feed Drew the ball. Can't quite get it. Applebee's Bandit will be subbed in for the time being, though. Trying to get something going, and Drew. And they're all trying to really get something going, but the defense of New Mexico is just proving strong and stalwart. It's really, really difficult to get something going when they're just playing super defensively, but Applebee's Bandit going to have to play defensively on his own, and Asuka's going to find another score for New Mexico. That might be the nail in the coffin. 5-2 in this game 5. Just, it's hard to come back from this. I believe in SWOSU. I believe they can do it. I'm just saying it's improbable. But you know what? What is that saying? I don't know. I heard it the other day watching Criminal Minds. It's like something about leaving out the impossible. Whatever. Something like that. I do believe this is impossible at this point, though. I don't know if it's possible to score that many points in this little amount of time. So that's kind of rough, but that's going to be the series. I don't know why it goes until they do something else. But NMSU going to win this series over SWOSU Blue, unfortunately. Going to win that one 5-2. All right, well, that will be it. That will be it from me tonight. That will be it for me this week, actually. I've been kicked from the party. They hate me. So thank you, everybody, for coming out and watching. I will see you guys next week. We've got Overwatch, I believe, Monday. And then, as I was saying, I started saying, and I didn't finish it, we are getting most, if not everything, rescheduled. So typically, we don't have a spring break. We have games on spring break. But as far as I've been told, all of the games on spring break have been rescheduled. So in the next week or so, we might have an excess of games. So everybody just be prepared for a lot of games. So thank you, everybody, for coming out and supporting SWOSU